That's fine. That's fine. Can you get in? Are you okay? Because after not going to sound or anything last night, I'm going to let them do their thing. I also. All right. What's going on? I'm all right. I'll get through this next bit, and I'm all done. Just watch my cable.
You are a walking health and safety hazard.
I am absolutely.
Uh-oh. Yes, they are. And they don't know why. They've been waiting for the food. It's all set up.
We should have been doing all this wiggly stuff while they were sleeping.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start flipping tables.
Flipping tables. Yes.
But you've never flipped a table.
Not one as big as this.
Other they were big. We could go flip a little one just as a statement.
Yeah. As noisy as possible.
Stamp our little feet and flip
Yeah.
the table.
Yeah. That'd be good fun.
Did you let them rest?
Come on now. They've been having a great time. They've had more food this afternoon than the last 4 days.
Because you finally let them eat.
Yeah, basically.
This is actually really, really bad. Starting an hour late. Who's in charge? Is Alan in charge?
In charge, I don't entirely understand who's
Like
in
who
charge.
says, and now it starts?
I can't answer that one. It seems confusing to me. I'm just
Like I
watching.
might go be mean to them. You could say I protected you from Liza. He was very irritated that everything was taking a very long time. This isn't where I want to spend my time.
No, me neither, because I've still got stuff to move down.
Everybody has stuff. I'm trying to get my Australian citizenship sorted. Literally.
Yeah.
But an interesting thing happened. So I have, my mother's Australian. When I was born, she was Australian. So I have right of descendancy. But my first passport is an Australian passport. And so Jonathan, who works for the Australian government, not citizenship, said, "Are you sure you're not just..."
This is a backup. They've got a mainstream.
Said, "Are you sure you're not just..."
That would be used to. So when you say sort out, you mean get on whatever.
Oh, well, no, I've been doing my citizenship because I have this lovely civil service. He ran away because he was scared. I don't know what's going on, but it's very late. It is.
So that's live.
Okay. As soon as that's live, that's live. We're ready.
That's sort of.
So everything is set around that now.
It's not great.
This will be a small interest in one of the many bar chats. Nice restaurants. You know, Mora? Yeah. That's a short version. Yeah. I don't think I know guys. Just anything. Yeah. Yeah, really. I know. Yeah, absolutely. Even on the kids, you've got study restaurants. You receive things that someone's spent. So I generally don't. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I think you've shown it's fine, you know,
Wander around.
like it happened. Yeah, they got yeah, so you just they've got the lies, they've got the lies.
Yeah. So my mind's just suddenly gone blank. Who am I introducing first?
Again.
Testing, testing. Oh, you can hear me, right? Excellent. Okay. Right, well, I will project a little because we are obviously in a large space, and I do have a microphone, and I'm not afraid to use it. But you do at least you can hopefully hear me at the back, and all is good. Yes, I've got some thumbs. That's fantastic. Okay, anybody coming in, please do grab a seat. Well, my job is simply to get your attention. Is it working?
No.
Do you know, I once trained as a school teacher of dance. No, I'm not going to reenact that. That was many, many years ago. Shut up, sir. Shut up, sir. You're not in time. Sir, you're not in time. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Yes, no, I am not an interpretive dance teacher anymore, thankfully. Disappointment. Yes, it's true. Yes, it's true. The front table are asking if my anecdotes are ever true. They're always true. So yes, that is what happened.
Five the speeches in dance hall.
No, I'm afraid I can't. All right, so I'm going to, as I say, usher everybody who is coming in a little late. Please do come in, take a seat. Gather yourselves, come and sit down. Please come and join us. All is good. Let's let them decide where they want to be. There we go. I think they can cope. Yep, excellent. Finding there's plenty of chairs. There's so much space. It's all great. Okay, brilliant. Sorted. Well done, Kat. Thank you very much. Thank you all for coming to the final activity of the convention, and to do a far better job than me in terms of mastering everything that will now happen going forwards, controlling all of the proceedings up until the point where she hands over to somebody else to control the proceedings, the brilliant Joanne Harris.
Alan thinks I can control anything at this point. It's lovely to be back here. It's lovely to be able to share this day with you. Can I ask you to say thank you and goodbye to our wonderful guests of honour, Ramsey Campbell. It's been an honour to share a stage with them. And now I'm going to pass you on to Nick and Ellen, who will award these prizes. Oh, you've got the pieces of paper, haven't you?
Well, first of all, we just want to thank the jurors, who, 4 of whom are here, who did an amazing job.
Yes.
We're getting in more than, I don't know how many pieces of paper and things. But anyway, our jurors, please stand up. James Brogdon, Jessica Day-George, Lou Murray, Jonathan Oliver, and Molly Stanford, who is not here. So please, yes, thank them. They did an amazing job.
And I did want to say, first of all, I'm Jenny Logan. This is Ellen Datlow. So we serve on the award administration committee. So we had the wonderful job of selecting the jurors and convincing them to do it. It was honestly, it's a very big job. They received over 500 submissions. So if you have been named as a nominee, a finalist for this year's award, it is a big honor out of over 500. We also, every nominee receives a pin, and these pins are, they're lapel pins, and they are handcrafted by Vincent Villafranca. We have them here, so every nominee, when we finish with the ceremony, if you would come up here, we will give you your pins that you can take home with you. So,
I just want to say the good news about being a juror, you only ever have to do it once. We will never ask you again.
yes, but after I judged, that's when they brought me on the admin committee, so, watch out. I also wanted to say that in the program, we do have a judges review panel that comes up right after the award ceremony ends. I think it's set at a 5 o'clock time or something in the program book. That was just to give extra time. So that review panel will take place in this room right after the award ceremony. So, and we'll wait a few minutes because I know people are going to want pictures with the recipients. So I just wanted to let you know that. So our first award that we're going to give are the Life Achievement Awards. And Ellen, I think you're up.
Hi. Our first Life Achievement Award winner, Juliet Marilia, has been a full-time writer for more than 20 years. She was born and raised in Aotearoa, New Zealand, and attended the University of Otago, graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Languages and a Bachelor of Music, for which she graduated with honors. She taught music at both high school and university levels and has been a choral conductor and a semi-professional singer. She is the author of 25 novels for adults and young adults, 2 short fiction collections, and short stories that have appeared in a number of anthologies. Her latest book, The Amber Owl, was published earlier this year, and the second in the new series will be released in 2026. Her fantasy novels combine historical fiction, folkloric fantasy, romance, and family drama. The strong elements of history, folklore, and mythology in her work reflect her lifelong interest in these fields. Above all, her stories focus on the personal journeys of the characters, and explore human relationships and resilience in both human and magical worlds. She has received 5 Aurealis Awards and has been nominated 26 times. Additionally, she has won 4 Sir Julius Vogel Awards, an Alex Award from the American Library Association, the prestigious French Literary Award Prix Marginalis, multiple Tinduck Awards in Australia, and several others. Juliet is a member of the Druid Order, OBOD, which stands for the Order of Bards, or Ovates. That's one I didn't get to pronounce. I'm assuming it's Ovates and Druids. And her spiritual values are often reflected in her work. The human character's relationship with the natural world plays a significant part, as does the power of storytelling to teach and to heal. When not writing, Juliet is kept busy by her beloved rescue dogs, Rocky and Bramble. She has 4 adult children and 9 grandchildren. We are honored to add to Juliet's long list of awards today. Please join me in congratulating World Fantasy Award Lifetime Achievement recipient, Juliet Marilia.
Hi everyone. I was told no speeches, so I'm not going to make a speech. Just say thank you very much to everybody who has assisted me on the path from starting to write as a 5-year-old through till now, and that includes family and people like editors and publishers and agents and good friends in the writing community. So thank you all very much for the honour.
Our next Lifetime Achievement Award winner is Michael Whalen.
And Michael could not be here, but he sent something for us to read to introduce him and also to a few words of his own. In the last 50 years, Michael Whalen has created hundreds of paintings commissioned for book covers, calendars, magazines, and record albums. During that time, he has garnered virtually all available illustration or art awards in the international fields of fantasy and science fiction. In addition to winning Best Artist in international fantasy art exhibitions throughout the world, he is a 15-time Hugo Award winner and has won the Howard Award for Best Artist 3 times. In 1992, he won a Hugo in the new category of Best Original Artwork And he was awarded the Super Hugo for Best Professional Artist of the last 50 years. The readers of Locus Magazine have named him Best Professional Artist 31 times in their annual poll, and the Spectrum Annual of the Best in Contemporary Fantastic Art named him the Grand Master in 2004. Other noteworthy awards include a gold medal from the Society of Illustrators, a Vargas Award, a Grumbacher Gold Medal, and the Solstice Award from Science Fiction Writers of America. In 2009, he was inducted into the Science Fiction Hall of Fame in Seattle, the first living artist to be named to that distinguished list. Michael says, I've been interested in the imagery of fantasy since early childhood, and all my artwork is, at its most fundamental level, about creating a sense of wonder. In my illustration, my primary concern has been to create a window into the themes and story elements of a particular book, to create a cover one could judge a book by. That, I feel, has been my lifelong mission in my illustration work. My non-commissioned work, on the other hand, is concerned with more personal themes, more closely allied to the scope and feeling of what is referred to as contemporary visionary art. My non-illustrative art is, though intentionally imbued with a sense of the mystical or dreamlike and suffused with symbolic content, still about sense of wonder. As such, many of my gallery works have been employed after the fact as book covers also. We are honored to give Michael, to add to his list, the World Fantasy Lifetime Achievement Award this year. And as I said, he could not be here, so accepting the award for him is Betsy Walheim.
Thank you, and excuse me for being hoarse. I'm a little bit embarrassed by Michael's personal statement, but these are his words. Thank you to the judges and enthusiasts who bestowed this singular honor on me. I can't help but note the wonderful symmetry of Betsy Walheim being up here to accept this award on my behalf. After all, it was because of Daw Books, through the generosity of her esteemed father, Donald A. Walheim, that the door to my life's career was opened. Indeed, I still have that treasured initial letter from Don offering me my first professional assignment. It has been hanging in my studio for decades, representing for me, literally, a dream come true. Now, 51 years later, I'm still engaged in the work I dreamt of doing when I first fell in love with Tom Corbett's Space Cadet, the magazine of fantasy and science fiction, and those glorious ace doubles. To be part of the continuing history is a wonderful honor. How could I be so lucky? Yes, sometimes I feel like I'm living in a fantasy myself, one made possible by the kindness and enthusiasm of the publishers, writers, and fans, to whom I owe so much. Thanks from the bottom of my heart, with special thanks to Betsy and her incredible family who made it all happen. And finally, I have to acknowledge the invaluable support and encouragement of my life's partner, lover, and biggest fan, my wife, Audrey Price, who is first in my heart and without whom my life would have been immeasurably poorer in too many ways to enumerate here. I'm so fortunate to have her in my life. Thanks again to all of you. Michael Whalen.
Okay. The first award we're giving is Special Award Non-Professional. Andy Duncan, for It Is Always Time to Think About These Things, from the Journal of the Fantastic and the Arts, Volume 35, Number 1. Gavin J. Grant and Kelly Link, for Lady Churchill's Rosebud Wristlet. Michael Kelly, for Undertow Publications and Weird Horror Magazine. Devon Sanders, for Fire Magazine. Steve J. Shaw, for Black Shuck Books. Patrick Swenson, for Fairwood Press. And the winner is Steve J. Shaw for Black Shuck Books.
Okay. Hi. Yeah. I've got nothing. I've literally got nothing. Ask anybody I've spoken to this weekend, but I'm here to make up the numbers. So I genuinely have got nothing to say. Thank you to any and everybody. Yeah, this is the worst acceptance speech in the history of the world. I am fine with that. I've genuinely got nothing. So thank you all. Thank you everybody that ever bought that chapbook. Thank you to anybody that ever wrote for me. This is the beginning. It's been 10 years. Let's see what we do in the next 10. Thank you.
The next award we're giving is Special Award Professional. The nominees are Hildur Knutsdottir and Mary Roman Cole for the Night Guest audiobook, Tour Nightfire. Gabriella Lee, Ana Felicia Sanchez, and Sidney Page Guerrero for Mapping New Stars, a source book on Philippine speculative fiction, the University of the Philippines Press. Okay. David Thomas Moore for editorial work for Solaris/Rebellion. Cherie Renee Thomas for the Magazine of Fantasy and Science Fiction. Jacob Weisman for Tachyon Publications. And the winners are Gabriella Lee, Ana Felicia Sanchez, and Sidney Page Guerrero, and Matthew Lee.
Keep coming.
Hi, a bit overwhelmed. I didn't really think we would win, but I did have my wonderful co-editors are not here with me today, Gabriella Lee and Ana Sanchez, but we do have a very short statement here. We're so proud that this little book has gone so far and has really shown back home that Philippine speculative fiction is just as worthy of literary criticism as social realist fiction. It's a celebration and an invitation into genre, and it wouldn't be possible without our rock star contributors, our colleagues at the Department of English and Comparative Literature, and the University of the Philippines, who provided the grant that made this book possible. The world of speculative fiction is so vast, and we hope that this encourages or further encourages readers to seek out even more voices from the margins. Thank you very much.
Our next award is for artist. The nominees are Jenny Coots, Nika Deloitte, Manzi Jackson, Tran Nguyen, and Lee Rainey Smith. And the winner is Lee Rainey Smith.
Okay, I really did not expect that. I'm a woodcut printmaker. I spend hours in my studio carving pieces of wood and then inking them and printing them on an etching press powered by my arm. And thank you for recognizing traditional art in these days when corporations want us to feed on AI-generated slop. most supportive spouse I could ask for. And to my mom for giving me the best advice. When a monster I was sketching was too cute, I showed it to her. She took one look and said, add more eyes. Thank you.
The next award is being given for collection. The nominees are Ghost Roots by Pemi Aguda, Norton/Varaga. A Sunny Place for Shady People by Mariana Enriquez. Translated by Megan McDowell, Hogarth/Granta Books. Good Night, Sleep Tight by Brian Evanson, Coffee House Press. Kindling, stories by Kathleen Jennings, Small Beer Press. And Craft, stories I wrote for the devil by Ananda Lima. And the winner is A Sunny Place for Shady People by Mariana Enriquez, translated by Megan McDowell, Hogarth Granta Books.
Neither the author or the translator were able to be here, and we will make sure they get their awards. It's my turn. So the next category is anthology, and the finalists, the nominees are Heartwood, a Mathago Wood anthology, edited by Dan Coxon, published by Drugstore Indian Press. Discontinue If Death Ensues, Tales from the Tipping Point. The editors are Carol Geisander and Anna Taborska by Flame Tree Press. Northern Nights, edited by Michael Kelly with Undertow Press. The Dagon Collection, edited by Nate Peterson, PS Publishing. The Crawling Moon, Queer Tales of Inescapable Dread, edited by Dave Ring with Neon Hemlock Press. And the award recipient is Heartwood, a Mathago Wood anthology.
I'm a little speechless. I literally don't have a speech. I will read out a long list of names because I feel with all anthologies it's always very important that everybody who is in there is credited. None of this is my work alone, or indeed most of this is not my work alone. But I do want to say especially a thank you to Nick and Pete Crowther, who normally would have been here and were enormously supportive from beginning to end. Those of you who don't know, Pete's not particularly well at the moment, and so they couldn't be here this week. They would have loved to have been. They were amazing to work with, and for them and for all of us, it was a really personal project. Some people, because they knew Robert Holdstock and they wanted to write in his memory, and for others, just because we grew up with it. It was an amazing story that was kind of part of our DNA by that point, so it actually feels quite emotional. So there we go. In addition to them, I'd like to thank Vince Hay for doing the cover, because the cover is amazing, and Vince is wonderful. Sarah Biggs and Howard Morheim for allowing us to play in Holdstock's Sandbox. Michael Moorcock for writing the introduction. He stepped in quite late with that one as well, and he also was a hero of mine growing up. And then all the authors. So I am just going to read the list of authors. If you are here, please wave or stand up, or I'll try and see you if you are. So R.J. Barker, Adrian Tchaikovsky, Tim Wagner, Maura McHugh, who's over here, James Brogdon, who's over here, John Langan, Paul Kane, who's around somewhere over there, Gary Budden, Justina Robson, Chaz Brentley, Mark Morris, Stephen Saville, it's a big anthology, Alan Stroud, who is definitely here. Lisa Tuttle, is Lisa still around anywhere? Or she might have gone already. Matthew Ward, Jem Williams, Peter Haynes, who is here at the table back over there. Lucy Holland, who was around somewhere. No, she's gone as well. Aaliyah Whiteley and Gareth Hanrahan. It literally was a group effort, and thank all of you, and thank everybody for reading. Thank you.
And the next category is short fiction, and the finalists are Our Best Selves by Hiron Ennis, that was published in Weird Horror Magazine #9. Godskin by C.L. Hellison, that was published in Strange Horizons, March 4th, 2004. I should have found out how to pronounce this. It's called the Vampire. It's vampire, but instead of the A, there's an asterisk in so that was I should have figured out how to pronounce that. But The Vampire by P.H. Lee, and that was published in Reactor, October 2024. Raptor by Maura McHugh in Heartwood, a Mythago Wood anthology. And the last one, Everything in the Garden is Lovely by Hannah Yang. That was published in Apex Magazine #143. And the winner is Raptor by Maura McHugh.
I actually wrote a speech because I couldn't trust myself. Okay, Gra Mila Mahagas, as we would say in my country, which is 1,000 thanks. I'd like to offer my appreciation to the jurors and for their hard work and discernment, and to my fellow nominees. It was an honor to be in your company. I wish to salute Rob Holdstock and his legacy of mythic imagination, which inspired this work in the anthology Heartwood, so ably curated by Dan Cobson and beautifully conjured into physical form by PS Publishing. My thanks to Dan and PS for their care and attention, and my terrific husband, Martin. I believe in the healing power of stories. To dive deep into the well of our collective imagination is a wild and risky business that requires trust in our instincts and the ability to face the tests of our threshold guardians. Raptor is a story stitched from dreams arising from listening to the forest in which I walk regularly. So I also thank the trees who root our world and hold our wisdom and stories if we pause to hear. Thank you very much.
We have 2 more categories. And the first one is novella. And the nominees are Crypt of the Moon Spider by Nathan Bowenrud. And that was published by Tor Nightfare and Titan Books. In the Shadow of Their Dying by Michael F. Fletcher and Anna Smith Spark. And that was published in Grimdark Magazine. Yoke of Stars by R.B. Lindbergh, and that was published by Tachyon Publications. The Woods All Black by Lee Mandello, that was published on Tor.com. And The Butcher of the Forest by Creamy Mohammed, that was Tor.com and Titan Books UK. And the winner is Yoke of Stars by R.B. Lindbergh. RB could not be here, but they sent something for me to read. Trace is out here. Okay, every time I'm a finalist for an award, I have two thoughts. The first one is, I won't win this one either. The second one is, I might never write anything else. I am in awe of this moment. It's incredible to win, and it's certainly an honor to be a finalist for the World Fantasy Award. It's an honor to have written words in a world that with every breath attempts to erase me and mine from existence, and it has never been any different for me. Yoke of Stars is a book about queer trauma survivors who are refugees and exiles. It's a book about the power of languages and stories and translations, and also about their limits. Thank you. I could not have done this without my people, my beloved spouse, Bogey, and our child, Madi, who taught me to trust that love can simply be. My publishing team, especially Jamie Go and my agent, Mary. My friends, my patrons, my community, my readers. I dedicate this win to anyone who has ever read a strange little book and came away with a feeling of wonder. This is for you. For the journey not to end, but to go on. We will get our award shirt. And the last category is novel. And the nominees are The Tainted Cup by Robert Jackson Bennett, and that was published by Del Rey Hotterscape. The Foxwife by Yangzi Chu by Henry Holt and Company and Quercus. Okay, sounds good. The Bogwife by Kay Cronister, that was published by Counterpoint Press and Titan Books. The Bright Sword by Lev Grossman, that was published by Viking Del Rey. And finally, The Wings Upon Her Back by Samantha Mills, and that was Tachyon Publishing. And the winner is The Tainted Cup by Robert Jackson Bennett. Robert was not able to be here either, but I just spoke with him a couple of days ago, and he did send something to read just in case he wanted. So this is what he says. Hello all. Thank you so much for this wonderful award. I'd love to be there in person to accept it, but unfortunately, well before I was nominated, my wife and I planned a trip to England that has proven to be almost precisely 1.5 weeks off from World Fantasy Days. We are, it seems, ships passing in the night. While I would ordinarily love to stay for a much longer duration, I can't do that until I am a jaded expatriate fleeing an autocratic regime. And I have that booked for November 2026. Calendars are tough. There is a theme running through my Anna and Din books that managing a civilization is a very difficult feat of logistics, timing, and psychological maneuvering. In this regard, they are probably much like the planners of this event, who I would like to thank for throwing this bash. I'd also like to thank the judges and attendees of the World Fantasy Convention, as well as the other nominees, though I do regret that I did kind of blow it by missing the wife theme. We often think of writing and literature as a mammoth feat, but as time goes by, I feel the difficulty of piecing together prose pales in comparison to the task of civilization and basic human decency. Either that task is getting harder of late, or we as a species are getting worse at it. Either way, I've always believed that maintaining an awareness of the luck and chance that you got here is a key cornerstone to morality. Award or no award, I'm a very lucky person, and I'm grateful to the fates for my chance to share this moment on the skin of this earth with you, no matter how far away I am. Good night and stay decent. Robert. That concludes the World Fantasy Awards for this year. I would just like to mention that anybody, all the winners, if you want to come up here and have your pictures taken, you can do that. They have to. Ellen says you have to come up here and have your picture taken. Locust is going to take the, oh yeah, you want those pictures taken. Yeah, for Locust. And also, if you are a nominee, please don't forget to come up here and get your pin. And then as soon as that is over, the judges review panel will take place right up here. So stick around for that. Thank you all very much.
Not yet. But guys, I put on a suit, there's no way on earth you're not getting away with a speech. So, briefly, Betsy was embarrassed by having to refer to herself in her acceptance speech for Michael Whelan. Now, I can sort of stitch it all together as a bit of a speech for the convention. So, I mean, I first met Betsy's wonderful father, Don A. Walheim, at the first World Fantasy Convention 50 years ago, Providence, Rhode Island, 75. Did we meet there, Betsy? I can't remember, but shortly afterwards, anyway. There's no way Betsy should be embarrassed by being praised because her contribution to publishing has been wonderful. I think she deserves a round of applause. And I think I also want to tie it together by saying this. Michael Whelan said in his acceptance, it's all about continuity. Indeed it is. And I mean, I won't bore you again with my reminiscence of the first Providence Convention, where I met extraordinary people, no longer with us, contributors to Weird Tales, Robert Bloch, Fitz Leiber, Manny Wellman, Frank Long, and so forth. And was on a panel, New Voices in Fantasy and Horror. All of them are gone except for me. But, here I am to represent continuity. And I hope that 50 years from now, there'll be the 100th World Fantasy Convention, and we'll be celebrating continuity there, even though I'm not there in person to do it with you. Remember me.
That was fabulous, thank you. I don't know what to say. I think all that remains is for me to say thank you to our guests of honour. Thank you to Alan and Karen for organising this and for doing what I consider to be pretty much impossible. To all of you for being here, to our judges, great congratulations to everybody who was shortlisted or won. And it's a wonderful thing to be acknowledged, but that's not why we do it, is it? The reason we do it is, well, I remember once when I was a little kid going to a cave in France where there were some cave paintings, and they were just handprints, and they were thousands of years old. That cave's shut now, nobody's allowed to go in anymore. But they were just lots of ochre and yellow and red handprints from people who had lived thousands and thousands of years ago. And I remember one of them that only had 3 fingers on the one hand. And of course, we didn't know the names of any of these people. But they put their mark there because they wanted, on some level, to tell their story. And I think this is why we do it. We make these things that we do, whether they're pictures or sculptures or stories, because we would like our stories to go on. We'd like them to be heard, to be seen, to be remembered in 100 years' time, in 1,000 years' time. And you're all contributing to this. You're all part of a tradition of storytelling that goes back thousands of years, that hopefully will go on 1,000 years. And honestly, in 1,000 years, nobody will give a toss about AI and what it thinks. It will be thinking about the connections that we make across centuries and millennia. Human beings talking to each other
through stories. And this is what we represent, and this is why I think we're all here today. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for making it happen, and good night.
There is always a final. With some of the wonderful words that we just heard, and speaking of story and continuity, I would like to introduce myself. To those who don't know me, I'm Rena Weissman, and I have the enviable task of co-chairing next year's World Fantasy in Oakland, California. My co-chair, Audrey Williams, could not be here, but she joins me in welcoming each and every one of you to California. Understandably, times being what they are, we understand why it will not be possible for many people to make it. We are hopeful. We remain hopeful situation will change. We are planning a virtual convention to accommodate those who feel they cannot cross the border. But for those who can, and everybody who wants to attempt it, we really, really want to welcome you all to Oakland, California next year. October 22nd through the 25th. Many of you have a little postcard or a sticker. Stick it up on your fridge and think about it. Our website is open for registration. Our memberships are $175 right now. And I'm very happy to announce our first 4 guests, who are author Ted Chiang, poet Linda Addison, artist Stephanie Law, and publisher Bill Campbell of Rosarian Publishing. Thank you. We will also be announcing more guests in January and 1 or 2 along the way. So please stay tuned at WFC2026.org. Thank you.
Okay, finalists, please come up here and get your pins, and winners, bring your trophies up here and get your picture.
And they're all throwing across a cable. There we go.
No, I just wanted to say goodbye before we headed off. It's just ended. He's now taking a stream of his